Hello everyone and welcome to Backpage with Mark and welcome to a Nintendo Game Boy. So if you are of my age you would remember playing with one of these when you were younger. But it's a Lego Game Boy. So it's not actually going to work, it doesn't light up as it says here, but it is going to be a recreation of a Game Boy. If I look on the back as well, you do get cartridges to put inside there as well, and you can slide them in, take them out. I'm really looking forward to doing this. I'm guessing, depending on what cartridge you put in, depends what scene you can have on the front of the Game Boy. Probably would go with Zelda myself. I do like a bit of Zelda. And I'm hoping you remember playing this as a child. If you did, let me know in the comment section. Right, let's open this box up and see what you actually get inside. And, oh, Lego is so well designed. Although I'm struggling to do the very basic thing, saying tabs. Right, I'm just going to cut to the bit where I'm actually inside. There you go, now I've done it. So there we go, off they come. So that's now enabled me to open it up and get what's inside out. So let's see what we got. Let's see what we're working with. Ooh, very nice. Is that everything out of the box? Yeah. So it looks like bags, handy numbered 1, 2, 3 and 4. Stickers for, I'm guessing, the game cartridge. Some extra bits. Oh, and there's a bag 5 as well. Some extra bits. I'm guessing again that's the game cartridge. And our handy dandy instruction manual. I do apologise for any glare. It shouldn't affect the video too much, and you're really interested in what's I'm building as I go along. But let's have a look inside. So there is QR code you can scan, and it helps you with building the kits. I've never come across a kit that I needed any additional help. Thank you for selecting the Lego Game Boy. Yeah, so many memories flooding back, and as with any kit, some bits and bobs to read. Ooh, I think inside it is actually going to be a faithful recreation. We're actually inside it. It's got the design that you would have had if you opened up your Game Boy, which I never did. I was a good boy. Wow. And then a little bit of history. So I can read that. A later date. There's the other game, Zelda. There's a picture of a guy making it, which I'll be doing. Your little tab tool thing, which helps you remove bits if they've gone together incorrectly. And then it starts off very handily with saying, open up pack 1. So easy. I do like that game. Very well designed, well thought out. And there's all my bits for inside. So what I'll do is I'll sort of shoot along a little bit and you'll see it as it's finished, but I'm looking like I'm building the cartridges. That's what that greyed out thing is saying. So what are you doing? It's very simple. You're looking for the pieces that it wants you to have. So it's one of those, one of these, put it together, and being Lego it goes together nicely. Dunk, and then I do the next bit. So it's 2 more of those. There's 1, there's 2. We put that one there, and we put that one there. Straightforward. Over the page. We now need that big one and 2 black smooth ones. It goes on like that, like that, like that, and then we need 2 of these with clips which go there. what I do sometimes, I just count the blank spaces where it's not being attached. 1, 2, and then it goes on. I like simple. And it's for these pegs. I'm saying it there. So rather than get 4, get them one at a time till all 4 are on. And then what's one long black one to sit on top. I'm guessing this is what holds the cartridge when it's not in use. That's going to be a display stand, isn't it? And then it wants me to grab these. Oh, the lenticular. So if I move it, I don't know if that's getting it. It moves around the screen. Oh, is Mario going to move? Yeah, he's bouncing. Doing, doing, doing. I don't know if that's picking it up all right. Doing, doing. And what's Zelda doing? Nothing. They're sat on the beach, and Zelda turns to Link and looks at him while the birds flutter around in the sky. I like that. That's very nice. And it says to just pop these in there. I'm guessing that just keeps it safe. And then we move on to build something else. Nice. I do like Lego. Very simple. And not a lot to this. It's that. And then 2 of these. And they go on the ends. And then it's that piece, which goes on there. I know it's really aimed at someone my age, but I think a small child would quite easily be able to build this. I'm just skewing along, quite happily thinking about my old Game Boy. And I do still have one up in the attic. Right, so I'll leave that to one side. We need that. We need that. We need that. And one of those. So that goes there. That goes there. And that goes there. So I've ended up with that, and then that attaches on there. The green one goes there, and a black one goes there. So that's 7. So avoid 9 for now. Go to 8. So let's do it as it's saying. So it's a 4 that goes there, because you can almost imagine, sort of work out where it's all going to go anyway, and just build it separately or straight onto there. But I'm going to do it as it's saying to do it, and then they fit there. So now I've got that, and then it's that and that. I think this looks like a cartridge, doesn't it? That goes there. So we now got all that. This goes on there. And now a sticker on. Go on, let's go with what it says. So we're going to go with Super Mario. This is going to have to be really, really good. I'll stick it. So I want it dead. dead center at the top. That's what it's saying, dead center at the top. Super Mario Land. Very nice. And, oh, I didn't even notice that. It actually the Nintendo Game Boy. That goes there. And then these go down the side. That goes across the top, but it doesn't go flush. You have a bit sticking out. Ta-da! There's some, I don't know if the camera's picking up, but there's like some, oh, that's all right, it's just a bit of fluff that somehow got stuck in it. Right. That then, right, because there's clips there and there's clips there. That can just clip on and it won't fall off. So I've got my screens in the back there and I've got one of my cartridges there. Very nice. And the next thing to do, I'm guessing, is bag 2. It is. And we start building number 2. I'm just going to pause for a second and just have my cup of tea that I've got alongside me. But how cool is that? I did get a couple of pieces left over. But I've always had that in every single kit I've done. So I'm not worried that I missed anything out. Right, I'm also going to have a little shifty look ahead and see if I have to get another cartridge to build later on, which I really hope so. I hope it's not just the one cartridge. I'm hoping bag 5, which is about the same size as bag 1, is another cartridge. I'm going to skip ahead and find out, and then I'll let you know. Right, so I just opened bag number 2, and look, in bag number 2 was bag number 2. Very nice. So another bag for me to open, and I did skip ahead. Bag 5 is the other cartridge for later. I'll only open that when I need it. So let's start with whatever on earth I'm doing here. Ooh. And another bag. Dunk. And it's saying you need that as well, which is, well, in here as well. That's the battery case, isn't it, that you get on the back of the Game Boy. Oh, I really wish it lit up. Never mind. So here we go. It's a green square, and I always check the colours. So it says a green one, I'll make sure there's not a different colour green somewhere, because that would be awful. And then it's a grey tour. Just like that. Just like that. And then another grey tour. Black curly one. So I think this was about 46 quid from Smith's Toys, this kit. So you might be able to find it cheaper elsewhere. I don't know. Amazon's usually a good place to go for something like this, isn't it? But it is so much fun, and you know you're getting good quality with Lego. So I've got that now. Stage 5. Stage 6 is the big green thing, which seems to clip just on there. And then it's 7 of these. All right, this is going to be easy. Feels a little bit loose at the moment, but so it will go underneath it to make it firm, I'm sure. that's all those on. So stage 7 done, stage 8. 2 of these, and still not making it firm yet. Not green. Oh, got ahead of myself there, didn't I? Still one off. It's just one at the moment. And then another 9 of these. Two, 3. I do like to try and wonder which part of the model I'm building, but with it being a Game Boy, it's quite obvious what you're building. What part? I want to do the Millennium Falcon. It was quite cool trying to work out what part of the Millennium Falcon was building, but this is quite obvious. And we'll put that there, and then so I've done 9, so 10 is that, which goes, because I've got the green bit sticking out, I know it's here. That goes there, and 2 of these little ones, which I'm assuming are in my bag. Yep. So let's open that up now. I tend not to throw the bags away just in case something stayed behind. That's 1, 2. And there we go. So that's stage 10 done. Let's go on to the next bit. So page 30, and it's, well, 11 and 10. Sorry, 11 and 12. Exactly the same. It's 10 of these, and we're just doing all these little air vents. And the way it works is you're going. Ooh, get the right way around, like that. Do apologise, I am living in the real world, in a house, and the boiler's just come on. When I'm doing bits like this, I might just put some music over in the background. I'll just happily do this in silence. Yep. And we just clip onto one of there. Oops, you might have spotted my error. Let's put that there. Let's put that there. So they shouldn't have been on the top. And then this does go on the top, like thus. And then it's just building sync new now. And we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 studs. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 studs. And one of these, which goes on there. Ooh, bin it. And then 3 of these single ones. You know this is going to be the edge. Nice, smooth edge. So now we have one with no bits sticking out, which is eluding me at the moment. Oh, there it is. One thing about doing Lego things, I always think, oh no, they've missed a bit out. And I think it probably 5 or 6 times as I build the kit. Oh, they missed a piece out. And then I always find it. So there it is. And then we put that to one side as we build part 17, which seems to be that, and that. So we're going to put the brown on the grey. So we've just done that, and then you can see it just peeking out underneath. So that goes on top of the brown one, like thus. So we've got the bit sticking out like there, and then that goes on the corner, and then we get our bit back, and it sits on top like thus. And then there's that bit. It's just going to take me a while to spot. No, it didn't. And that goes on there. Put that to one side. So stage 19. Look how fast it is to build these. You whiz through them. So we've got this, and then that goes on. That goes on. Nothing complicated. Oh, it's quite straightforward. And then there's a smooth piece. Goes on top, like this. Then we need one of these, and a stud to create that. So we do that first, then we stick it on. So stud. This looks like a button to me. Or maybe we put your headphones in. Who knows? And that is going to go on there, like that. It's quite sad how quickly it builds. And I'm just making sure there's no other grey studs. Not that it'd be difficult to change it. No. The only thing I'm checking is that this one's got a hole in it, and looking at the picture, it doesn't look like a hole, but it's just a picture, isn't it? There's no other studs, grey ones. It has to be that one. Let's stick it on. Yeah, I think that's where your headphones would have gone in. Ta-da! And then we take this piece, turn it over, so it's looking like that, and then this attaches on there. You can see it coming together. That's obviously the front. So let's do another bit. So we need a smooth thing, and that goes on top of the smooth thing, and then another one of these bendy bits goes underneath, and then we have a single smooth stud and a 2 stud. Flip it over so it looks like that, and then this piece is going to go there, and this piece, this brown one, flip it over, it's going on there. I like the way it's saying spin things around. That's a symbol for spin something around. They do stick together, the pages, so pay attention to that. That's 35, so I did not want 38, so make sure we don't miss a bit. So section 25, get another one of these, just about clings on for dear life on the end there. And then it's a 2 stud, which goes on there, and then a long bit that goes straight across. And then flip it over. We've got one more of these. And flip it over again. It's a black 2, which has a single stud in the middle. And then goes on there. And let me guess. I'll spin it around again. Nope, not yet. So it's a 2 stud. Oh, there you go, that moment of, I don't have one. And what I'm looking at is it goes between the brown and the grey, so brown and the grey, I know exactly where to stick it. And then it's one of these, which goes next to it. That looks like a power button to me. So, or what was representing the LED, that goes on the end. 31 is where it goes on. So again, I've got it as it shows it there. That has the green bit at the bottom, so I spin it around and it sticks on there. You can see the back, how it's looking. It's so cool. Yeah, but that's one side. And we do another bit. This looks like internal gubbins, which you're never going to see, but amazing. Amazing that it keeps it faithful. Oh, right, so we do need this, so I'm going to just copy what it's doing. So it's shown on the black L-shaped bit. So let's put it on the black L-shaped bit. Sticking out a bit, because it shows it on the grey. And then it's a gold clip. Now, I know what these are for, because if you remember the cartridge at the beginning, had that thing where you could clip it into something. The cartridge slides down and clips into this. Yay, very clever. And then a grey single one to separate them. So when you slide that cartridge in, it's going to clip into these 2 pieces. And then it's just making sure I'm still on camera. It's very hard to build this and stay on camera. I'm hoping you're getting a good view of what I'm doing. There was a temptation where I thought I'll just fast forward things, but someone might actually want to sit and watch the whole thing being built. You have the power to fast forward, but if I fast forward, you don't have the power to cancel my fast forwarding, if that makes sense. So gold stud, which goes down there, and then a black cross piece. If you're going to fork out 46 quid in my case, but I think it was actually going for £60 originally. You're going to fork out that much money, you want to know whether it's in your ability to build. And I'm guessing you're thinking, yeah, I could do this. Oh, we've got a weird piece coming up. So it's like a cornery bit with a stud on it. So this is obviously the corner of the Game Boy, and it sticks onto one of these. And then I do a single, and I'm just following the picture. So what I'm doing now is I'm just picking up the pieces as I go along. So it's a single stud there. So when I first started, I was looking for the pieces and getting them all that it said. Now I'm just going along, picking up the pieces as I need them. And then there's a black square that goes there. And then there's 2 of these little studdy ones. I mean, there's no right or wrong way of doing this. If you want to get the pieces, then put them on. you can do, or you get one, then get the other one, as I'm doing. And then section 38, we put that in there. And the more pieces that go on, obviously the firmer it gets. That goes there. That goes there. Now we're 39. It's just one circular bit, which goes like that. I'll move that out of the way. You watch, I'll need it now. As soon as I do that, I'll need it. And then it's a half moon with another quarter moon, and then that goes there. So we're like that. Okay. Body one. Flip it over. Brown to the left. And then we've got a green bit that goes across there. And then we've got that goes there. Just getting more and more solid. So make sure that, yeah, just two bits, put them in, looking very similar. And then it's gold bit, and then a grey cornery bit. I'll do the grey cornery bit first. That just clips on there. That just clips on there. And then the gold bit goes in there. And the gold bit goes in here. And I've got massive hands, as you've probably seen. I mean, they're really big and sausagey fingery. So if I'm able to do this, it's not impossible. So if you've got big hands, don't worry. It is manageable. And then it's that piece with a curly bit. We flip it over. Pop it on there. So when I flip it back, da-da! It's so cool. It feels so nice in the hand, and it's the size that I remember as well. I wonder if it is 1-to-1, true 1-to-1. Might be a few millimeters out, who knows. So we got that, and then we're going to go green at the bottom, almost like a veranda, a roof awning over the top, and so that's where I'm at with 2, and then 3 is that with a smooth bit, and then it's showing it then like that. This is a bit weird, and it's showing it like that, so you've got space there for the green bits to stick in. So that was a bit of a puzzle. It wasn't hard, but you build that, then you build that, and then you've got to turn it so that smooth bit is at the bottom, and those 2 pegs are on the top, on the side, then the green bit sticks on the back, and you end up that. There we go. And then that sticks on here, but with the smooth bit at the top. So that's what it's showing, smooth bit at the top. And there's a hole that it fits into. There's only one place it can fit. That clips in. And that's filled that bit in there. There we go. So I've just done that. That was probably the hardest bit of the whole model so far, if you can call it hard. So next up is that. with one of these on the top, then a red shooty gun thing sticking out the side, then a smooth bit on the top, and then 2 pegs. Which then go there, and then a black thing, a peg sticking out, which then goes on there, and I have that, which goes here above the other smooth piece with the black bit up, and there is a space, a hole there, which I'm guessing the red sticky out bit goes into. And that's on there now. Okay. It's very, very awesome. So one last little bit, it looks like exactly the same thing but on the other side, but we'll check to make sure it is. So just recreating what's shown there. So a single stud, a red sticky out thing, a smooth thing on the top, and then 2 pegs that go side by side, and this time go on the side away from the red, and then we're going to spin it around, and the red thing's going to go in that hole because it has to. It's the only place it can go. Oh, hang on. You got to hear yourself there, Paul. You're pulling it all apart. Let's put that back. Right. There was the black bit that I missed, right on the edge. I bet you were saying, don't forget the black bit, Paul. That clips on there. And let's have another go. Oh, I do like it when Lego clicks like that. And there we go. So that is a large part of the model done. Again, we've got some bits left over, but that's okay. It's nice to have spares. And we're moving on to stage 3. So I'm just going to pause for a second while I gather my bits and gather my wits. Right, so just emptied out bag 3. There's lots of pizzas over there, and 2 more bags. Plus, intriguingly, a box. It's right inside it. I'm going to leave those to one side until I need them. It'll be exciting, isn't it? Find out what's in there. So, yeah, just remind that's where we're up to. We're going to be doing more on the back. In fact, let's bring it back because I need it on the back. There's 3 little yellow pegs, which is going to be in one of these bags. You watch as I open up the wrong bag. So, I need 3 little yellow pegs. Yes, we actually got the right one. Don't want to open up the bags just yet because why have too many pieces overcomplicating things? Again, I'm not throwing away the bags just in case something's in there. I don't know if there is, but just in case. Because the more bags I open, the more bits I have on the table, ooh, blimey, don't lose it, the harder it is to search through them for the bits you need. So there is a peg. I've got 3 of them. There is a peg that goes in there. There's a peg that goes there and a peg that goes down the yellow bit. So I'm just putting in the bit where it says to put it in. So that's obviously going to have something slot onto it. And then we're building whatever we're building here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, and a green 4. Okay, this is all about different colours. You see the greens are very similar. So I'm making sure I get the right green. There is only light coloured green of that size. unless it's in the other bag. Oh, let's see what's in the other bag, just in case. Oh, it's all out on the table now, and there was nothing green inside it. Got that light green pegs. Oh, it's all going everywhere. Right, well, it's all out anyway. It's all out now. It's all out, apart from that little box. So that goes there. And then another one of these goes there. Yeah, too many bits on the table now. Let's move over. I think sometimes they could have saved a little bit of work. So section 49 and 50 could have been one section. I think so. And trust me, I'm not criticising too heavily. This is amazing. The thought that goes into these is amazing. So it's a brown Freer which goes there. Then I need a circle beige thing which goes there. And then it's a little grey 2, and he goes in the middle like thus. Then we're looking for that green thing and one of these pegs. My guess is one of these pegs will slot into one of those. That'd be my guess. But we'll find out together. So this, so looking at the green line, so line it correctly, then goes on here, and that peg's there, and that bit sticks out, yep. So that end is sticking out, and that peg is in line there. Yeah, got it. Then we need the shooty gun thing and a black sort of figure of 8 shape piece. There it is. Oh, it's rubbery. Oh, was not expecting that. So that goes through like that. That goes through there. This is going to hold it in place because it then goes like that. And I've got my rubbery thing that can't go anywhere. Ooh, that's interesting. I wonder what that does. So we now got that. We're now doing this one, which is a black Freer, which goes there. The green, dark green as well, dark green 2, that goes there, and then the light green one which goes there. You'd never know what that was if I showed it to someone. If I just showed you that and said, what does that come from? What Lego kit am I building? You'd have no idea. Would you? Whoever invents these is a genius. Right, and then it's orientated, so I've got it the orientation it's shown there. And it's 2 of these green things, and they're going to go round the rubbery thing. It's encased. There's nowhere where it can go. And then, oh, that's going to be for a button, isn't it? So you get the downwards grip. I guarantee it. And then it's 4 of these peg things that go in upside down. Do you know, I'm not going to lie, I love the colour of this one. It's a beautiful colour. Reminds me of sweets. Oh, I'd love a sweet. Oh, I'd love a bag of sweets. Munch on while I was doing this. And so I've done that. Now we're doing this bit here, which is a 8-piece thing. Nope, that's 6. That's what I'm after. Oh, look. So it shows it there with just the 8 pieces, but you look at the picture, whoosh, so that was handy. And then it's like a, I don't know what you'd call it, like an urn. So I've got that colour, making sure there's no other ones coloured like that. Nope. And then that goes on that one. One nearest to us, and then we orientate it so that peg's there, and it's going to fit on there. Oh, it's very intricate. And then 4 more of these. Oh no, 3 more, because I've already got one in place. So 1 there. One there. God, how many not O-levels, sorry, how many A-levels and GCSEs is the guy, sort of gave my age away there, didn't I? How many qualifications do you need to be able to design a Lego kit? Right, this goes on here. I'm showing the peg. So as I put it on, and that goes up flush to that, yeah, it's quite straightforward. I mean, I know you can probably... It actually just sits there, it's loose. There's nothing on that side to stick in. I wish it said something like, it will feel loose, but I know something's gonna happen that's gonna secure it in place, he says. Because he knows so many things. So, that and Freya, which goes there. And we got this bit to do. So, I'm just gonna go with the bits as I see fit. There's 2 there, and then it's an orange 3 that goes like that, and then it's that, which I'm guessing is that. That looks orange, that looks gold. There's no other piece like that, and I'm going in with that. And then it's a 4 studs. That's 3, 4, which goes across, clamps it all in place, and then that goes there. By the way, don't forget to like the video if you're enjoying it, and you know, in the comments, why don't you put in, I'm watching at this point, Paul. And yeah, that's all you need to put. If you put, I'm watching at this point, you don't even know, you need to tell me what point of the video it is. I'll notice this point of the video, because I said at this point of the video. Hey! Don't forget that one, Paul. Almost. So, I'm watching at the point where you almost missed a piece, Paul. There you go, you can put that in the comments. So, we've now got another one of these things, and it's a black, sort of semi-circular thing with a bit sticking out. I'd love to give them names. I don't want to call it Fred, because that would be of no use to anyone, but you know what I mean, I'd love to give them names. 2 of these orange again, there was a bit where I thought we was missing a piece because I couldn't see the second one. That clips on. We then pop it onto there like thus, and then black thing clips on underneath. And then the green thing goes there. Again, can you tell what I'm building? Fits in right. So I'm still going with this piece. It's got 2 of these black edging bits, which go on this way. It's clear from the picture which way around they go. Fat bottom at the bottom. And then we've got these. So that says select on them. So I've got this here and it doesn't say select on it. So I'm leaving that there. I've got another one here. It says start. Start and select. I've got another one here which says select. So make sure you pick up the right ones. So select goes nearest and then start goes there. So I've got start, start, select, select, and then the whole thing fits. On there. So I've now got the two bits together. Ooh. Now we're going to build this bit. So we need another one of these. And on the back goes the black, with the bit sticking out to the left, and then the brown goes on top. This goes on top. Now, when I say this, I don't mean a hard puzzle, but what I like about Lego is it does show exactly what I mean, but it's still like a little bit of a puzzle that you're putting together. And then that goes on there. Like a puzzle for a 6-year-old, if I'm honest with you. But still enjoyable for someone my age. Right, that goes on there. And then it's another one of these studs. Ooh, like I got a big belly, that stops it going off the table. Looking like that. It's going to go into the bit soon, but just for a little bit longer, we've got to do some chunky bits. I haven't actually done many chunky bits. So there's a circular bit that goes there. That's for the headphones. And there's a tour that goes in there. And then we've got a piece which has writing on it. Phones. Yes, that's definitely where the headphones go. Which goes on like that. And then there's a smooth bit that goes up there. And that bit there, the black one, is going to slide onto that. So that's all I'm thinking about. I'm just sliding that onto there, and then it clips in place, and that's actually now wedging that bit in now. Yay! That's wicked. Wicked! Oh, a bit of colour. A bright red one. So red. Hold it that way round. We got a peg, which goes in that corner. And then this goes there next to it. And gold bit is going to slide onto that peg there. Nice. It's feeling quite weighty now. Not excessively weighty, and you can see nothing's falling off it. It's a bit like a spaceship. Showing like that. Meow. So over the page, we've got a little bit more bulking out to do. 62. So it's another one of these with a green chunky brick. And then we spin it around, and we've got the black bits, fat bottoms at the bottom. And then there's those other two ones which had no writing on them. Go across. So that's one, and there's the other one. Two. And that goes there, so green on green. green on green. So exciting. Right. Red, black, and then we've got this grey thing which clips on the end. So we've got another clip, and that goes in here. So these three greens get completely covered up. And we've got another clip. So there's 3 clips there now. Okay, so 2 tours clipped together. That's what it's showing there, just like we're building traffic lights. And then it's a traffic light thing with the green tube. And that goes on here with the green tubes up. And then Nintendo Game Boy. Nope. Yes. So that goes across there like that. You can see it now as it's. You can see it in. Imagine how awesome it's going to look when it's finished, can't you? All right. That's over the page. So I'm doing a bit of the controller. So we need that. Then we have 4 black ones around the outside. So these things. I'll clip in. And I'm going to do the gold one now. There's a gold one in the middle. Let's go around the outside. I'm hoping this is all coming up on camera. If it's not, it's just me waffling away to myself while I build this. And nobody will ever get to see it. And it's that lovely colour. I do like that colour. That goes on there. This turns round, goes in there, and because you've got that rubbery thing, you can move it around. Yeah, that works. That works really well. I know you can't feel it, but I'm hoping you're seeing it. That's very clever. Doesn't feel exactly the same as a real Game Boy, but it does. It's very similar. Right, now we need some other beards. So we're going to do a square. Where are you? Here. Then we're going to do a line underneath, which goes there. Then there's 2 cornery bits. One goes there, and one goes there. Is that going to fall out? It doesn't. Oh my days. And it don't fall out. That's a genius. I dare say. Absolutely genius. Right, let's move on. So we're away from the main thing for a second, and it's a square with a 2 underneath and then a clippy thing, which I will find. There it is, which clips next to it. So we've got a bit sticking out, and then a chunky brick on top. And then coming over here, we've got these circular ones, but we've got to build this twice first of all. Oh, blimey. So it's a white thing with gold on top. It's a white thing with gold on top. Then we put these red things on top. I say red, burgundy, or whatever colour you want to call them. We'll keep them hand. Then this slides in thus. We then stick the button on top, because let's call it what it is. Where's the other one? There we go. So we slide that in and put the button on top. So 2 buttons. And where's the other bit? There it is. So one goes, and we're looking at the back. Looking at the back. So that goes there. And then that goes there. So we've created that. And then another clip and a cornery bit. And then that clips on, so we've got that, which then goes, keeping the back with the white, goes on there. Then we've got something very similar, so a 3, a clip, a 2, then a yellow button, which then goes on top there, like thus. So we've now got that. Then we want 2 chunky bricks, one there, and one that sticks out, and a brown brick that goes there. Then a green goes along there, and a grey 3 goes there, and then there's an elastic band. What do you reckon's in the box? I was curious to see what was in the box. Now I think I'm about to find out. It is one elastic band. Look at that, I could just sew that back up. Hey, I've still got my box. So this goes around all the pegs. I'm going to be very careful because there's only one elastic band and I do not want to break it. Okay, so I've created that. I'm guessing it's going to attach in a second. No. So you turn it around and it's a white brick, but it's got A. Look out for the A. Because obviously button A and button B. And some smooth bits. So we'll do smooth bit there, smooth bit there, chunky brick at the bottom, just there, and this is now going to fit in there. Because that elastic band, these go in and out, and that obviously goes on the rubbery thing. They work. They only well work. Oh yeah, there's a certain way you put it in. I knew it was going to clip in a place there and a place there, so I just angled it and slid it in. It's not difficult. It's not difficult in the slightest. But we've done that. Hooray! And let's just do a last little bit, and then I think we'll finish with section 3. So I still got this from earlier. Oh no, I haven't got this bit from earlier. It's B. You know it's going to go on there eventually, isn't it? We're doing that first of all, and it has a cornery bit that goes on like thus. The yellow bit goes, and if you orientate it as the picture shows, you know where to put it. And then there's a peg underneath, which I'm putting on, which is now on. And then it's another yellow. Oh my good God. Right. In amongst all the bags. That's where it was. I was thinking, oh my God, we're missing one. Every single time I do a Lego thing, I always think, oh, that's it, I'm missing a piece. Still hasn't let me down yet. Hopefully I continue saying that for the rest of my life. So that goes there like that. Then we want the bit with the B on. So if I turn a bit with the B on like that, this bit then clips on there. And then there's two single pieces that go there and there. And it's going to attach on at some point. It shows it on, but it's not telling me to put it on, because that's where you've got to be careful. 75, 78. Let's do that. Right. That fits on there. God, it's so nice, so chunky. And then we're going to build this. 2 twos. And then that. And that. They go on this end. Oh no, this. No, I've done it wrong. They go on like that. Let's get it the right way around. I knew there was something wrong because when I went to put it on, it was like, oh, that's going to be sticking out. So that goes on there. $77, $79. Okay, so it's looking at this side. It's a gold peg there, then a green one there. I don't think it matters what colour it would have been, and then a smooth one there. So that's that done, and then it's just these rubbery things which go in there and there. There's your start select, A, B. It all works. It's so awesome. And I think we're on to pack 4. So again, just like the others, oh, got a rugby one. Just like the others, we've got some spare bits, which I'll put to one side. And then it's on to pack 4. And we ain't got a lot to go because pack 4, which I'm going to do, and then pack 5 is obviously the other cartridge. Oh no, the end is in sight. And we will soon have a Game Boy. Oh God, it's so awesome. Right, I'm going to pause there and I'm going to have something to drink. Math Road is as dry as a Game Boy's dusty cartridge. Okay, so I opened up bag 4 and the bag that was in the bag, and we've got our last lot for the Game Boy. Like I said, I'm assuming bag 5 is the other cartridge. So, yeah, exciting times. Let's look at what we've got to do first. We've got to basically make an internal clip. So we'll do that first. It's a 4-er and something that's going to clip, because what I was saying about things clip into things, didn't I, earlier on? So that's there, a green 3, and then a black little bit that goes here, and this is for the cartridge to slide along, I imagine. So I smooth. So I ain't got many pieces here, so it shouldn't be that hard to find. There we go, smooth. Then had a lot of these on the Millennium Falcon I did. That takes me back. And then that clips to the red one, the higher up one. Dunk. Next page. Okay, so it's now one, two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then it's these curvy bits. So one goes there. So we've got that. And the other curvy bit goes there. And then there's a brown bit that goes underneath. And then these gold things go on. These seem to clip onto things whenever I encounter them. And we do have some more pegs. So at that stage, we now got to put a 4 on. And a grey 2. Underneath. And then we got some logos on things. So the dot matrix one. Where's the little grey one? Let's do this one first, get out of the way. So that's the on off. Where's the little grey one? Phew. Again, I was a bit worried there. So the sound one goes there. The dot matrix one goes there. The on off goes there. And then the last square goes in there to cover that up. 83, 84. Right, what have we got to do here? We've got to do a thing with 2 holes in it, upside down, spin it all the way around, goes there. And then we've got a peg, that's what it's going to slide on here. That slots into that first one, weave. There it is, that prick there. Goes on. Got there in the end. So obviously there's a hole, and it's showing the hole there, so the peggy bit obviously has to be sticking up out of sight. Slide that on, Yeah, and then 2 pegs go in the brown bit. 1, 2. And we're done with that bit. New bit, and it's 4 square with that sticking on, and then a 4 goes underneath at the back. So there's 2 bits sticking out, and then a brown bit goes there, and then this whole shebang goes on top here with the pegs going through the brown bits. So we now got that. So 85, 87. Then more to go. We got this with we need one more bit. So it's, watch the colours. So I'll put that one aside. So it's black, smooth on top at the back, and then that clips onto the bottom left peg, and then the whole thing fits on like thus. And then 2 shiny pegs. One goes on that peg, one goes there. We then got 2 different coloured things. Make sure they go the right way around. So the darker of the 2 goes nearer to us, and the light one goes further away from us. Then it's a 4, which bridges the gap there, secures that a bit more, and then it's these 2 pieces that goes on. So it's the darker one that I avoided, which clips onto the first peg, and then the single one clips onto the other peg. And then this whole thing, oh no, there's a bit more. Always make sure you've done it all. So there's half smooth, half peg thing goes there. Then a smooth one goes there. Then a smooth square goes there. Then a half smooth, half peg thing goes there. And a single peg goes there. And now this whole thing, I do like to try and make sure they're as straight as possible. This whole thing with the dot matrix, make sure the dot matrix showing. It goes on here. I think it's easier to show it clipping on there with those 2 recessed bits. Oh, you can slide it. It does slide with a satisfying click. Awesome. Loving this. So that's that stage done. It never fails to impress me, this. 7, 8. So we're going to do the screen now. So we've got that and we've got that. It does have what looks like it can peel off. I'm not sure if it does peel off though, or is it just... It doesn't say about peeling something off. Just gently try the edge. No, I don't think there is anything that peels off. Right, so we've got this. There is 4 little tiny nipples on all 4 corners, and there's 4 little recesses. So it's obviously just gonna slide in. That's gonna be fun. So, oh, there we go. And it's in. Right, on top, we have a chunky free. So hang on. So that's showing the edge that's closest to us, being closest to us. So the free goes there, and a single one goes there. So it's just it's very hard to see, but it's like copyright such and such written, and when the screen goes on, it's going to be one way or the other. The only downside of this, there does appear to be a little bit of a scratch there because obviously it's been in with other Lego parts. There's definitely. Is there a film that comes off? Let's just try one last time. No, it's just plastic. Alright. It's the only thing that's bothering me now. It's because I know it's there. Anyway. 3, 1. So I've done that. And now it's going to be, and I'm going to build this bit separately. It's that with a 2 peg. It's moving it out. That going on top, and then that goes that direction, and then there's one single curvy bit that goes on there. There's a long one that goes there, and a solitary peg that goes there. And then we got one peg that goes like that, then the exact same peg that goes the exact opposite way. And then there's a solitary fin peg, and then we've got the battery light thing that goes there, and then a smooth one that goes at the top. And that fits on the bottom with the battery facing away. And I am going to change the screen just because I've gone last look. This is definitely nothing that can peel off, is there? Definitely not. Anyway, any writing that's on it is now going to be facing the correct way, and that makes me feel a lot happier. Annoying, there's a scratch on it. Right, and that fell off. That was that way around. And then we've got 2 pegs that go together, which go on like that. Make sure that they're completely straight. Straight enough is not good enough. And then this whole thing, Gonna go on there like that. It's nearly there. It's nearly there. And now that we've done that, what's over the page? $135, so we're going to do down this side. We miss one space out because there's something there already, and it's a long one. All the way to here. Then we got this peg, which has the volume control. And that goes there. Ooh. Come on. Nearly at the end. Don't mess me around. So that goes on there. All the way around. So it's showing on the picture being a certain way, but it's not, it's the other way around. Oh, will it come off? Because when it goes on, when it goes on, yeah, it's that way around. So do it the other way around, it's showing there. Right. It's a bit insecure at the moment, but it'll be very secure soon, I imagine. The curvy bit goes there, and then the square goes there. Right, just leave it alone, Paul. Leave it alone. It's showing it again and again with it being down. I'm gonna do it as it shows it. Let's pop it off. As much as it galls me, let's do it exactly as it shows it. Because I do not want to go against that, but it just doesn't look right. Right, anyway, coming over. Boom, me boom. We now put smooth bits on. So it's a long smooth bit. It's a long smooth bit again. It's not volume, it's contrast. Of course it is. I bet a lot of you were saying, it's not volume, Paul, it's contrast. How did I forget that? Of course it's not volume. Why did I think it was volume? And then it's a curvy bit. That's that side done. Now we're going to do this side. So I'll do exactly the same. So the ridge side sticking out, smooth side sticking in. Dunk. And then that goes into that space there. And we got I missed something, didn't I? There should be a bit there. Let's go back. I did miss a bit, it fell off. That bit there, innit? Right, I didn't miss it. It fell off. So I've just put the wheelie bit on this side, and then it's a curvy 3, and then it's a 6, and that's that side done. Then it's a curly bit which goes in there like thus. Then it's the last smoothie bits on this side. So volume, so there's the volume, and that goes in there. That bit goes there with the external connector, and then smooth bit goes there. Ooh, looking good. Now we need to put in, well, you could put in anything you want really, couldn't you? So this comes off, and it's showing it where you just bring this down. Huzzah! And we'll go back to what we had at the beginning. I'm going to do the Nintendo one just because it makes sense. So that then goes in. That pushes up to hold it in place. Nintendo. And then we put that back on. Oh, that scratch does annoy me, but I can live with it. So I'm going to have to find a way of showing this without the light catching on it. But anyway, moving on. Looks like we're building a stand out of box 5 and the last cartridge, the Zelda one. So I'm going to have another break and then move on to that, but it's looking very nice. Right, final set, final stage, however you want to say it. And it is looking like a stand, definitely is a stand, obviously for the Game Boy. So we're going to just quickly whack this out. So one goes, it makes me sound like I'm looking forward to finishing it, but I'm not. I don't know, when it gets to the end, you just want to finish it. And I always think final stage is always going to be the stage where you're going to be at that point where you just want to finish it. So there's not a lot going on here. This is pretty bog standard, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And then we've got 2 things there. That goes there. There's, again, nothing exciting happening. Bottom of the Game Boy has that, which I'm guessing goes bonk to hold it in place. I could be wrong, I usually am. Over the page, it's showing it exactly like that. So I just pop it in the hole and let it lay back, and it's on display. I'll show you a better camera angle in a bit, but that's that bit done. Took not a moment to do, and it's the last cartridge. So we need that, we need that, and then it's 2 more. It looks slightly different build to the other cartridge, which I'm absolutely fine with. Can be something interesting to do. Ooh, 2 of these, so it's a 4er with a 2er. Ow. I managed to catch my finger between the 2. So 4, I missed it that time. That goes there. That goes there. And then, ooh, lots of little bits. So that goes there. Then a grey single one goes there. It's just matchy-matchy, isn't it? Let's be honest. Nothing difficult, nothing confusing, nothing hard. Anything that's hard is trying to avoid catching your fingers. So that's where we're at. Oh, it's definitely home straight now. Getting a bit with a sticker. So a grey square goes underneath. Get on. That looks like I've missed something. So there, black. Alright, coming over. No, I hadn't missed a bit, I just was not thinking thoroughly. So one goes there, that goes there, that goes to the other side. Yeah, there you go. I thought I'd missed something, but I hadn't. I just hadn't put those bits on. A green rather, 4 goes there, then a black 2 goes there. I'm whipping through this now, aren't I? Then doing like what looks like a little bit of a life raft. We need that with a solitary grey there, a solitary grey there, and then 2 golden ones on the ends, which then goes there, and then a big circular one going that way around, goes there. And then this beautiful thing leaves half of that showing. Make sure we press it in completely. Then we do a Zelda sticker. And it goes at the top in the middle. So just there. Oh, it's gone slightly off. Oh, I'm alright with that. By a millimetre. Can I? No. If I try and peel it off, I'll ruin it. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. So over the page, you're not even going to see actually that silver thing. So that goes on there. It don't look bad, does it? Millimetre off. That goes on there. Then we got 2 long bits, a short bit. So the long bit goes there. Long bit goes there. And then I can never remember which way around it goes. So yeah, bit that's left with the cornery bit is there. That's the cartridge. There's the Game Boy. The cartridge then just slides in. Oh, I've had the little click. And what I could do is I could change that screen out for the Zelda, or I could put my Super Mario cartridge in, which I'm going to do. Take that one out. Put Super Mario in. And I've obviously got the screens that I could put in. Mario, doing, 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 doing. I don't know if you can see it. He's bouncing up and down. And Zelda turning into Link. I do like that. In fact, I'm going to do that. I'm going to put Zelda in. So we're going to take out Super Mario. It's so awesome. Put Super Mario on the stand. Put Mario in there. I'm going to take off my battery cover, pull that back. Oh, Could have done that a bit more gently. Put Zelda in. Close that back up. Put the battery case back on. Get Zelda. Pop her in. Oh. Turn it on. Do the contrast. Turn the sound up. Press start. And we're off. And I'm hoping that shows. If I come right up, can you see like things changing on the screen? It's so wicked and cool. I love the whole thing. And let's put that back in there. So let's change the camera angle and let's show it all sort of how it looks. Forgot to show the last page. So that's the finished product. And I happen to put it the other way around to what is shown in the picture. But there you go. There it is on its stand. Yeah, again, with the Game Boy, I just take it off. You should see her just turn her head, looking at the sea, looking at Link, looking at the sea, looking at Link. And yeah, absolutely love it. So you've got a stand for that, stand for the Game Boy. Yeah, so volume, contrast, turn it on and off, very satisfying clinks, control it, start, stop, it does go in, and then see buttons do the same thing, in and out. It's just amazing, absolutely love it. And let's see if I can put it on without it falling. So there you go. And like I said, you can change out the Zelda at the back for Super Mario Land. You can change the screen, so you've either got Mario, if you've got the Mario cartridge in, or if you don't want either cartridge in, you can have it the Nintendo screen. Absolutely enjoyed that. Well worth the money. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to leave a like. It really does help me out. I'm a very small channel, but I have very large dreams. So please press the like button and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done already. And I will see all of you beautiful people in another video real soon. Cheers everyone. Love you all. Bye.